What's going on, y'all? My name is Hillbilly Beast. You are witnessing history. Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today, we're going to be checking out the abandoned Manchester Manufacturing Company. Let's go.
Caleb, you sure? Caleb, we're going the wrong way.
Probably are.
Man, you said.
That was my guess.
Oh, man. Go. Go. Damn. You lucky I saw your ass. I'm like, what is that? I'm like, oh, it's a deer. Man, like, yo. I'm looking at my crap. I'm going, what the is that? See a black guy with dreads. Bring it back.
No. There's the kiosk over there. Nah, this ain't it over here. Pull this out. Snoop Dogg.
Show it. Damn it, the tree got on my leg. Thorns. There it is.
This is something you would see in one of those video games.
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. Oh, we gotta walk through. We got to walk through. It's beautiful. Nestled in the lush greenery of Georgia's Sweetwater Creek State Park, the new Manchester Manufacturing Company has turned into a grotto of ruin after having been burned and abandoned during a Civil War raid led by General T. Sherman. In 1864, after Sherman's army was able to take Atlanta, a vital manufacturing company center for the Confederacy, he, along with the Union chain of command, had to decide what to do next. The course of action they chose would have devastating impacts on Southern infrastructure. It would make thousands of people homeless, along with destroying what was left of the Southern will and capacity to fight. Sherman's march to the sea started with the burning of Atlanta. Originally known as the Sweetwater Mill, the tall manufacturing building was created in 1849 after the land it sits on had changed hands a number of times in the preceding years. Made from materials that were created straight from the natural resources at hand, the mill used the rushing waters of Sweetwater Creek to power a cotton mill that supported an entire factory town during its heyday. The raw product would eventually be turned into yarn that kept the whole enterprise afloat during the Civil War. However, by 1864, the war was nearing its end, and the Confederate troops that had protected the area surrounding the mill were forced into retreat. When Union forces marched into the territory, they put the entire factory to the flame. Once the war ended, the factory was all but forgotten. The crumbling brick walls left to fall apart and be overtaken by the dense Georgia forest. The land had originally belonged to the Cherokee, but like Roswell, had been divided into 40-acre land lots in 1833. Lot 929 was given to Philip J. Krask, who lost it back to taxes just 4 years later. Sold on the courthouse steps to the highest bidder, the lot was purchased by John Boyle of Campbell County for just $12.50 in 1837. 8 years later, Boyle sold Lot 929 for $500 to Colonel James Rogers of Milledgeville and Charles M. McDonald of Cobb County, who happened to be a lawyer, legislator, co-founder of the Georgia Military Institute, and that 19th governor of Georgia. Inspired by the success of the Roswell factories and other textile mills throughout the state, Rogers and McDonald purchased the property with the intention of replicating said success. By late 1849, the Sweet Manufacturing Company was in full operation. The massive 48 by 125-story red brick factory was said to be taller than any building in Atlanta at the time. There were no palatial homes or plantations in Sweetwater. No fancy churches, and no academies. It consisted primarily of small farms, and it was, for the most part, the daughters and sons of the local farmers who went to work in the mill. There seemed to be a greater sense of pride and camaraderie in this tight-knit community of mill workers and farmers. Unfortunately for them, on July 9th, they were arrested by Major Aviland Tompkins and 8 other men. Separating the men from the women just upstream from the factory at Ferguson's Bridge, Tompkins loaded them into empty supply wagons, but there wasn't enough room for everyone, which forced many to begin the 16-mile journey to Marietta on foot. Upon their arrival, the workers were confined in the Georgia Military Institute, which was now in the hands of federal forces. When the area around Sweetwater Creek was turned into a state park, trails were forged that led hikers, like myself, to the increasingly beautiful ruins. The site is recognized from popular movies and TV shows such as Avengers: Infinity War, The Hunger Games, Cobra Kai, and many more. Today, the ruins still stand, although their history is often overlooked by visitors to the site who stumble upon the once prosperous factory.
My phone! My phone!
Did you leave it?
Yeah!
No way, dude.
I just planned.
Oh god, oh thank goodness. Mekhi, what's happened? It's raining so hard right now. We're absolutely drenched, feeling like a bunch of wet dogs on a Sunday afternoon.
It's not even Sunday, it's Wednesday.
Exactly, which makes it even worse.